Hey there! Thanks for checking in to the Symmetra Part 2 basic video. This time for the King's Row map and the first control point. I would recommend a setup at the gate or in this room, since these are good spots to defend and you can stay with your turrets. You should always try placing them in different heights and not in line of sight of them, so the enemy has a hard time aiming at it. Under this porch is a good place, since the enemy has to stand under it to see it and attack it, and already gets attacked by it. If you set up here, I would recommend, as in Anubis, setting 3 outside and 3 inside the room. So you can have 3 to defend with you, and 3 if they stand outside and shoot at you. If you make a setup at the gates, be sure to set up on both sides. On the left side you can hide some sentries in the little bushes on the floor. The enemies, which drop down from the building, get hit by it. Many people hide sentries in the first building here too. It's good to catch low health enemies on their way to their health pack. However, you most likely won't be able to defend these or set this up again. If you see a lot of enemies dropping out of this window, you should put more sentries in the bush. Since the map has a lot of small paths to go through, I would recommend starting the map in custom game mode just for you and walk through them. So you know if the enemy walks maybe always left at the beginning, that you can hide it somewhere right where it's hard to see and easy to get to the point. If single enemies get to the point more often, like Tracer or Genji, you should hide your teleporter far back. You can decide between to the right, in this little path, and on the left in this little building, but always make sure it's not too easy to see from the control point. If the enemy gets to the gate too easily, or your team decided against staffing at the gate, you can place your sentries further behind. There are a few spots which are hard to see, and always make sure to def that health pack, so a low health enemy maybe dies before reaching it. Places like this door are a good opportunity, but if they have a diva, you should make sure that not all of them are facing towards the point. So you should make sure that you clip some behind objects, so even if diva ults, you can still have some to fight for you. Generally, I will always recommend clipping them into objects, so the enemy has a hard time seeing it. This goes for garbage, boxes, bushes, and any other objects that might lay in their way. I hope you learned something for your next game with Symmetra, and as always, thanks for watching and be sure to leave some feedback.